Diwali, Idiot Diwali Nalvantikal. Welcome to this week's video, a Diwali special. Hi, hello and vanakkam. Welcome back to my channel. In this week's video, we are going to attempt making Gulab Jamun. I've never made this before, I have no idea how to make it. I'm going to be following a recipe, and as if making Gulab Jamun on its own wasn't already difficult, trying to find a recipe was even harder. I somehow managed to find someone that is fairly straightforward to follow. I will leave the link down below for the video that I'll be following, but let's get right onto it. Let's get started. First things first, you want to start making the sugar syrup, which is a key ingredient for Gulab Jamun. For that, you're going to need 2 cups of water and 2 cups of sugar. And we are going to add some crushed cardamom. You don't want to crush them too much, just a little bit, just to bring the flavor out. Oops! Give that a little bit of a stir. I also checked on the recipe that if you add some lime or lemon juice, it will stop the sugar from crystallizing. So that's your sugar syrup done. Obviously it's not done, but that's all the ingredients you need. And you want this to be fairly sticky. And a tip that I saw online is when you touch it, if you put it between your fingers and it's sticky, that means it's done. So we're going to let this boil and simmer quietly. I'm also going to add some saffron. You don't want too much of this because this is strong flavors, so just about 2 or 3 leaves, or saffron leaves, is that what you call it? I don't know. And then to make the color slightly orange, I'm going to add some yellow food coloring. Just a few drops. You don't want to completely make it a different color, but that's enough. And then give that a stir. You can put orange food coloring to make it a bit more vibrant, but apparently Sainsbury's don't do orange, so we're going to have to settle for yellow. On to the next step. We are going to be making the other very important component of Gulab Jamun, the dough mixture. For that, we're going to need a few ingredients. We'll be starting with the milk powder. I'll be using Nido milk powder for this recipe, and that is the recommended one you use, but you can obviously resort to other versions of milk powder. You want 1.5 cup of Nido powder, which I'll be sifting through this. There we go. And to that we want to add 4 tablespoons of ghee. You preferably want it at room temperature so it's liquid enough. And then you want to add 1/2 cup of milk. Once all of that is added in, you want to just give that a mix. And then you mix all of that into a nice mixture. Subscribe. Okay, so your mixture should look like this. We're then going to add 1/2 cup of flour into this, a little by little, and combine it all together to make the dough. You also want to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So I'll be using this one here. Okay, let's swap this over. And you want to start adding just a little bit of flour. Mix that in first. let me know what your favorite tradition is for Diwali. I mean, some people like to do fireworks, some people like to put up a lot of candles in their house, some people like to make sweets like we're doing right now. So don't forget to comment down below and let me know. I've now stopped my sugar syrup. I'm going to let it cool and let it thicken up a little bit. And if we need to add water or add sugar, then I will do that at a later stage. So it's not looking too bad. So we now have our dough ready. What we want to do now is get a small size, like probably make a bowl this size, roll it over, and then we're going to fry it. So I'm going to use this plate here. And let's give this a go. Ooh, I'm scared. I think that would do. Look, our first little Gulab Jamun bowl. Alright, number 1. And the last one, guys. We've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and this is 13. Okay, so we made these Gulab Jamun balls. They need to be fried obviously, but I feel like this is like a big chunk of the job done. I don't know how the frying is gonna go. I always get a bit anxious with frying stuff. But hopefully once it's fried, we can put it into the sugar syrup we made earlier, and you have to let it rest for about 45 minutes in the sugar syrup so that the balls can soak up all the sugar syrup and make it all soggy. And then we should hopefully be able to taste test. Let's go! That's why you want to put them in before the oil gets too hot so that they don't burn on the outside and then they turn out to be uncooked on the inside. They're not looking too bad for a first attempt. Obviously they're not smooth, but and hopefully they don't taste too bad either. Once these are nice and golden brown, I mean, you want to take them straight and put them into the sugar syrup, which is right here. And then you want to let that soak in the sugar syrup for approximately minimum 45 minutes. And after that you can serve and have it for dessert, or whenever you feel like eating gulab jamun. You want to, I don't know if I said this already, but you want to leave this in the sugar syrup for at least 45 minutes. Here's the final product. It smells like gulab jamun. Let's see if it tastes like it. I'm a bit scared. Okay. Right, so when you cut it, it looks like this inside. I suppose that's what it's meant to look like inside. At least I know what it's meant to look like this. Right, let's go. This is actually really nice. It needs to, I don't know if you can see, but it's soaked up this sugar syrup all the way here. It needs to go a bit more inside. So I would leave it a bit longer. But yo, this is, did I say yo? But you guys, it tastes amazing. It tastes exactly like how I imagine it to taste, because I've tried gulab jamun before obviously, so you have the idea. Like I said, the middle part of the gulab jamun needs to soak up the sugar syrup a bit longer, but this is pretty good. I really thought it was going to flop because it seemed too easy and I didn't know if I was frying it the right way. The balls seemed a bit too crispy on the outside when I was frying it, so I wasn't too sure. But this turned out exactly like how I think it would turn out, and I'm so happy with myself. And that is it, guys, for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this gulab jamun for the first time. I sure did have fun, so I hope you did too. If you love sweets, then make sure to try these out too. And if you want to try any other sweets, then let me know in the comment section down below. I've got nothing better to do. And if you haven't checked my previous video, then what are you doing? Go check them out. Last week I made a Halloween video. I really had fun making some spooky drinks, so make sure to check it out and let me know what you thought. Make sure to support it. I really do love getting your messages as always. And I think we're going to finish the video like that. Oh wait, before you go, make sure to subscribe and Go on, we're so close to hitting 100 subscribers, so go subscribe, go. I'll wait for you. I will see you next week for another video.